Yes, good, animatic. So I actually have some examples of animatics. Basically what it is it's going to be you sort of blocking out the rough animations for your scene. So like I said, I have a SpongeBob animatic, which I feel like, links, I feel like this is a pretty good example of sort of like more or less what I'd be looking for an animatic. So you can see like the final version in the corner, and then the sort of animatic version.
I wish to register a complaint! Allergen! Yuck!
Hey, lady, take your infested patty with you. Hey, no need to panic, Squidward. It's just a puny urchin. Everything's gonna be fine as long as you...
Suck it!
Legs around. That was just
Squidward, I'm surprised at you. That little urchin wasn't hurting anyone. He's still one of Neptune's creatures, no matter how small he is. This is where the magic happens, little urchin. First, we turn up the heat, but don't make it too hot. Would you like to see a menu, monsieur? But don't make it too hot. Would you like to see a menu, monsieur? Okay, little guy, see you later. Good thing he is a little guy. Ouch.
Static frame, swapping back and forth. If you want to go that route, you're welcome to. You're also welcome to all the kind of what have.
What the shrimp?
For you to work off of in the future. But again, this is sort of like what you're shooting for. So basically, you're just gonna recreate something like that in Maya. So if you haven't already, throw your audio clip, and if you have reference, throw that into Maya. And again, start animating your characters in the scene, twiddle with the cameras, and also any objects that your characters interact with. This would be a good point where it's not strictly necessary if you're going to rig your characters to have them fully rigged, but it's a good idea, again. If you've never rigged before, you're probably going to encounter some weird issues with it, and it's definitely better to figure that out now so you can fix it, and if that fix involves redoing any animation, it's not, week 9 when you're trying to do that. So basically, what you're going to include is just the play blast of your rough animation. You don't actually need to render anything this week. Please do remove unnecessary stuff from your scene, and I'll go over that in a second as well. And then your clip must include sound. And it must be at an audible level on halfway decent speakers, kind of. And also, if you could, just also resubmit your original video clip, just so I have that as reference if I need to see what's going on. But yeah, basically, and then just like, the more animation you have done and refined, like, the more points you'll get for stuff. But I would also say, again, kind of like I mentioned before, it's good if you're gonna rig stuff. I would prioritize getting the rig in working order. So like, if you find you're having issues with it while animating, go back and try to fix those issues as soon as you can. So like, there's issues with this rig with having it not scale properly. So that would be something where you'd want to try to fix that before going forward. Again, just because sometimes fixing rigs, you have to like delete a controller or something like that. That will affect your animation if you've animated that controller. Apart from that, basically point breakdown. How well does your character motion match the original clip? So that's, and again, like kind of grain of salt. Oh, yep. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so this I'm looking for, again, kind of like grain of salt because you have like celery or whatever representing people. But I'm kind of looking for something a little bit like we were talking about today, where like you saw with like some of the dancing ones, like there was some obvious like hip motion going on, that kind of thing. So that's kind of stuff where I'll be looking for in this animatic, not just sort of is the character in the same spot in the scene as the character in the original clip, if that makes sense. And then also sort of how complete or descriptive does the animatic feel? So you saw for the SpongeBob one, like you could watch this, and even if you didn't see this clip in the corner, it would still be really obvious what was going on, and like the emotions, especially like in the beginning, like a customer comes up.
I wish to register a complaint!
Something. Squidward clearly doesn't care. Again, even if there's
Yuck!
relatively
Hey, lady, take your infested patty with you. Hey, no need to panic, Squidward. It's just a puny urchin. Everything's gonna be fine as long as you...
formatting guidelines. And then combine them into one, like the SpongeBob one.
Squidward, I'm surprised at you. That little urchin wasn't hurting anyone. He's still one of Neptune's creatures, no matter how small he is.
And then also, like, please compress the videos, because giant videos are...
This is where the magic happens, little urchin. First, we turn up the heat, but don't make it too hot. Would you like to see a menu, monsieur? Okay, little guy, see you later. Good thing he is a little guy. Ouch.
I want to see all of that stuff hidden. Use a bend tool where you can the outliner and slide it. For stuff like controls, what you can do is go in and turn off their or just like I don't want to see any of that.
What the shrimp? Hey, what's going on here? Whoa, that's too hot!
Please also do high blast.
Oops.
Also look at stuff like display. Like a lot of times I have the poly count turned on for things. So like this.
I steamed myself tiny.
If you have
Whoa! I steamed myself tiny! Whoa!
resolution gates on.
This place is huge! My spatula's huge! And just look at the size of my grill. It's huge!
Settings like normal, like right. So when you set that up, you just like right click, go into the play blast settings.
Come on, flip! Wow!
Add something about it.
Uh-oh, the grill blew out.
Controllers and cameras
Well,
and stuff floating around
it isn't gonna fix itself. That's one small step for SpongeBob, one giant leap for... Whee! Bob!
Alright.
Whew!
In that case,
Whoa!
let's do a quick